Alright, today we're going to do rear brakes on this Honda fourtrax 250. This thing actually runs pretty decent. It's got no rear brakes, so first thing we're going to do is try and loosen these off. And I've got one off already. Try and get the other one off. A lot of times if these brakes been wore out so much, the brake shoes have expanded out. The hub is worn and there's a lip, and they'll be hard to get off. So we'll take the nut off, pull the cotter pin off. If there's still a cap on yours, then you can pull the rubber cap off. This one didn't have it. And I used the impact, busted the nut loose. And if we're really lucky, the whole hub will come off. The other one, though, it's gonna be around here somewhere. Magic. What the hell? Just gonna leave a mark. These things are rounded off.
I'll be back in just a second. I gotta get the brush.
Might be in trouble. Hold your breath. Oh, look at that, man. And check that one out. How lucky did we get? All right, let's do it. I'll show you that one. That's crazy. Got lucky. That off. Imagine there's probably a fourth one on the bottom. What do you want to bet? Makes sense. I don't think those are supposed to be whatever that is. Alright. So, that's what we got going on. I'm sure that's factory. Holy smokes. That smells like gear oil. Alright, so let's see if we can get this loose. I'm gonna go get something and clean this off first. Ironically, these brakes may not be real bad, but they definitely don't work with oil. So there might be a seal in the rear axle. Obviously it's got some issues. Alright. Try and get some of that shaft clean. Calling for reinforcements. Huh? Yeah. So close. Smokes. Oh, this is nasty. Found the brake shoe.
Found the brake shoe. Is it tore up?
No, the back seal's out in this thing.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, but everything's lubricated really well.
That's good.
Alright, so we're going to tear apart this differential right quick, if we can. Could be a 12 millimeter. The seals are blowed out on both sides, it appears to be. We can get this off. Just don't have my air turned up. Right here, one in the front. Needs to be two. I'm thinking there's three. There used to be another one right there. That shouldn't have been leaking. You can see the bearings and everything shot in there. That's what the problem was. Alright, so we need to take the 12s off of here, 12s off of here, and oil came out of there and the water's coming out of there. Alright, these are a bunch of 12 millimeters back behind here, and then there's two 14s that go right here on the back side. Well, she's loose. Relatively easy. Take our brake line off, which don't matter because it's rusted and busted. Yeah. Caught up on this silicone over here. Don't lose that. Gear looks good there. There's the other spacer. Alright, so we want to get this plate off too because there's a bearing in there. Got some 14s. I'm going to leave that one bolt in there. It's going to get stuck because of this This Honda First thing we need to do is get these seals out. You usually just stick a screwdriver in here and twist it sideways. And that actually has, that bearing's flush, so we're gonna have to find something to put it on top of. I guess we can actually put it back on top of here and see if we can pop it out of there. I may heat this up with a heater. If you can get the aluminum first, which should expand quicker than steel, it might come out a little bit easier, so we'll try that. Put a heat gun on it. Or it may all expand anything. And then hopefully that bearing will come out a lot easier. Just take your time, north, south, east, west. You can kind of hear if it's solid or loose. Makes a different noise. It's about to pop. She's out. If it sounds solid, obviously you need to hit the other side. I got the case stuck back in there. Alright, so we got that bearing out. We're going to wash this. Seals out. That spring's busted to shit. Now she's moving. And she's out. Alright, got that seal out. It was in there good. Had to beat it to death. So, alright, got that seal out. It was in there good. Had to beat it to death. So, I think that one piece in there unscrews. That's what we got to get out now. GoPro stopper. Boys shop here, Greenwood Cycle in Greenwood, Arkansas. There it is. He's days behind. But anyway, he actually had a tool to get that out, so he hooked me up and on a cheeseburger and a thing of side order fries. So we're gonna get out of here and get this thing put together. We just noticed that phone said it got parts in the mail. Pretty stoked. We'll be back. GoPro. Once you get it hot enough. Pretty close. Pretty close. We're getting there. She's out. And she's hot. Wow, look at that bearing.
Came right in.
Yep. Still got it. Alright, so there's a pin bearing down inside there. I got all the pins out, and what I done is I stuck a bolt through there. The head's down in there, and I took them pins, I shoved them down on top of it, and they actually caught the part of them in the bottom carrier, the bearing carrier. And I'm hoping I can just suck it on out. Now it's already coming out a little bit, so we'll see what happens. I took them vice grips off so it wouldn't spin. Let's see if she'll come on all the way rest of the way out. Really be nice. Might be at the end of my threads on my bolt. She's out. That's literally what I had in there. I shoved it all the way down and all them pins were sitting on the top of that. And there they are. I just basically jammed them in there. Another way you can actually, if you can get in there and tack weld, if you can tack weld the very inside of this case, it'll squeeze in, heat contracts, and you can pull it out that way too. But we got it.